Okay, today I just want to talk a little bit about the state pension because there's an awful lot of confusion about it out there. Firstly, the state pension is provided by the country effectively, is an unfunded scheme. What this means is that there's no pot of money sitting there being invested ready to pay you out at some point in time when you reach your retirement age, which is how most pensions work. Most personal pensions or most company pensions work along those lines. The state pension is very different. Effectively, we pay for it out of our national insurance contributions, and what we pay today is being paid out to pensioners who are taking their retirement already. So the money goes in and it goes out the other side. So for those of you that are retired, you're only going to be able to get better state pensions if those of us who are working are prepared to pay more in taxes, i.e. national insurance, to be able to fund that outgoing. And this is why the government have always struggled to be able to make this work very effectively. When the state pension was first brought in, it was designed to only pay out for a couple of years. Honestly, our lifespans were so much shorter. If you retired at 60, your average lifespan way back when was only a couple of years. And over the years, this has increased more and more. What we're going to have in the future is a very difficult position. Great for us who will be retiring and potentially got a very long retirement ahead of us. But we're likely to live for much longer periods, and we're probably going to be a lot healthier as well, and as a consequence probably more active and therefore wanting to do more things. So if you got a state pension at the age of 65 and you were going to live to be 100, that's 35 years that pension has to pay you out a pretty reasonable amount of money every single week, and have it inflation proofed as well. So this is a huge commitment for the government, and that's why they are looking at how long we're likely to live and trying to work out what is a fair retirement age for us, so that we're working for enough time to be able to fund the pension scheme itself, and yet we're still got the chance to retire and have a reasonably long retirement period, and hopefully an enjoyable retirement period. What the government did recently was they changed the state pension and they put it into a flat rate scheme. And what that means is, instead of having lots of little bits of state pensions and SERPs and the second pension scheme all going together towards what you are going to get on a weekly basis when you retire, maybe topped up by some state benefits because the state pension wasn't very high, what they decided to do was to start paying a flat rate, which at the moment is around about £155 a week. And as long as you've worked 35 years, everybody's going to get this amount of money, and they're going to be paid it for the rest of their lives, increasing in line whatever their indexation approach is at that particular period of time. So this is not a bad amount of money. It should never be considered as your only pension savings, but it is a very, very useful, just sort of guaranteed benchmark of an income that you can expect, and it's really important to know whether you're going to get it or not. The great news is that the government have made it really, really easy for you to be able to go to their website and go to a state pension calculator. Just Google it, it's really easy to find. And what you can do is just put in your details and they will tell you exactly what your state pension is likely to be, when you're likely to get it, and also, most importantly, what your national insurance contributions have been, and whether every year you've worked, you've actually qualified for your year of state pension. And the reason why this is so important is because it is possible for you, if you haven't earned enough in 1 year for one reason or another, to be able either to top it up or to identify whether the reason that you didn't earn it is something that the government will top up for anyway. For example, being a carer is an example of where you will be entitled to that year of state pension even though you've had no earnings. So it's a really important basic area of financial planning to know what you're likely to get from the state and when you're likely to get it. And then when we work out how much you really want to be able to spend in retirement, we can use this towards it and then just plan for the additional amounts you need. Again, I hope that helped. Bye bye.